And now, it's the Still Unnamed Podcast with your hosts, Pete and Mark.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed Podcast. I'm Pete Salas, along with
Mark Too Quick Rodriguez.
Too Quick, Too Fast for Love.
Too Fast and Furious.
There you go. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday to you, sir.
And we're one day removed from Memorial Day, so happy belated Memorial Day.
Happy belated Memorial Day
I
to all our
remembered.
fallen veterans.
Yes. We've often criticized ourselves for not being prepared and knowing what the day is. So even though we're still a day late and a buck short, happy belated Memorial Day to everyone out there.
For doing what I couldn't.
Right. For doing what neither one of us had the balls to do.
You had the balls for a hot second.
For a hot second, I was ready to, strap a gun in my hand and go kill some people,
Tourists.
some terrorists.
Fuck them. Fuck tourists. I'm going to take a stance.
Okay.
I'm going to get on my soapbox and I'm going to say in front of all TSUP listeners
Yes.
and God,
Right.
I don't care for terrorists.
No, terrorists can suck a cock. But that is not the point of today. Today, we're here in the lovely TSUP Network studios broadcasting for you, for your listening pleasure today, Mark and I. And, I have some notes, as I stated before, and you said that that's not good, because whenever we actually do make notes for the show, it never comes out the way we want it to.
We usually just blare through them, bust through them.
Yeah, kind of just hit the ground running, and I'm just like, okay, point, and then okay, now we've got 10 minutes in the can, and now what are we gonna do? So anyway, I just took a road trip.
Away. What's going on?
I took a road trip.
Where'd you go?
I just got back. I went to Victoria, Texas.
That sounds lovely.
Victoria, Texas. Does that sound familiar to you?
I've been everywhere.
No, it's not in that song.
Been Victoria.
That's where Stone Cold Steve Austin was billed from whenever they announced him. From Victoria, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
The Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And the glass shatters.
Da-dun, 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 da-dun. Yeah, you knew that when you heard the glass, it meant your ass.
Oh, man. I love that glass shatter. Every time, like, it could be just dead quiet. We're in the middle of a match.
Right.
And then the shattering.
Right, and it's just like all hell was about to break
Someone's
loose.
about to get stunned.
Or as good old JR would say, is business is about to pick up. Anyway, I went to Victoria, Texas.
Oh, okay. How's
not
cold?
The birthplace of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's actually from Edna, Texas. Shout out to Edna, Texas. But whenever
we got a strong Edna listener following.
But yeah, whenever he came to the ring, they announced him as being from Victoria. I went to Victoria, Texas this past weekend, with my buddy Grief, more like a brother.
Yeah.
Jess, for some of you who know him that way, he'll always be my brother Grief. He and his lovely bride-to-be, they moved up there about a year ago to go start a new life, and things didn't work out. One thing, not between them. Don't look at me that way.
Okay.
No.
My eyes just widened and I was like, what do you mean things didn't work out? Don't they have a baby on the way?
No. Things with the job situation didn't work out, didn't pan out the way that they thought. I think he was expecting a promotion that was promised to him. I don't quite know the story.
Conan O'Brien situation.
Yes, and then Jay Leno fucked it up.
Fucking Jay Leno. Ruining lives since 92, I'd say. Yeah.
No. His lease is up, and he needed help moving stuff down and stuff like that. And as you stated, he is going to be a father. He has a baby on the way.
Yeah.
And so he needed help, and obviously his girlfriend, his fiance, couldn't help. So I went up there, and we loaded up a couple stuff, and he had to turn in his cable box and stuff. It had to be turned in person, or else he was going to be like, there's going to be like a $300 deposit that he lost. Or, something weird. Anyway, I went up there. I'd never been to Victoria, Texas. I'd only obviously heard about it because I'm a humongoloid wrestling fan. But you know what? I gotta say, Victoria is a pretty cool place.
Is it a beautiful place?
It's a lovely town.
Okay.
It is a lovely town. It is.
Where is it located?
It's like not. It's about 2 hours east of San Antonio.
Okay.
So it's past Kingsville, past Corpus, but not as far as Austin. It's like in that general vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool. I liked it. It's nice and quiet. And, you know, I was kind of freaked out. Like, I spent 2 days there.
Yeah.
Didn't see a single kid.
Huh?
No children. I saw no children frolicking or
You think they kicked him out of Victoria
jumping in
because they saw
puddles?
his pregnant fiance?
Maybe that is it.
They're like, we gotta nip this in the bud.
That could be it. There was a lot of old people. It's almost like a nice big retirement community. And you
I
know,
want to go to a retirement community.
So do I. And I really honestly liked Victoria. I mean, I think San Antonio is my favorite Texas town, bar none. But Victoria might be a close second.
Really?
Yes, because they have.
And you know what? That's your first visit.
Dude,
That's
they
a
have
strong impact.
everything that you need there, and it's all kind of like within walking distance. It's like a really nicer McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission area. It's about the size-wise, it's about as big as McAllen, Edinburgh, and Mission put together. So it's a fairly large city. But everything is centralized. Like everything's in walking distance. There's one street, nothing but like restaurants. There's another street, nothing but like strip malls and stuff like that.
That sounds great.
You know, movie theaters and.
I've always wanted that kind of like situation because here, like, everyone is kind of everywhere and there's no real like.
Right. It's real spread out.
This is where I guess McAllen. There's like the strip of bars.
Right.
But there's no. That's pretty much it.
You mean downtown?
Downtown, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know.
Even then, that's
everything's kind of moving on to the expressway and stuff like that. But like, it's you know what they did have, and I miss this store so much.
Spencer's.
Hastings.
Oh.
They still had a Hastings there.
Really?
They still have a Hastings there.
Yeah, ours closed down like a couple years ago.
I mean, I worked there. Did you work there too?
I worked there too.
Yeah.
I was a barista.
So was I. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The more you know. Yeah, Hastings was still there. I spent about an hour in there just kind of looking around and it just was
See, that's the problem with Hastings. You just look around, you don't buy anything.
That's true. I didn't buy anything. I think I bought some 49-cent popcorn.
Oh yeah, they would sell popcorn and fountain drinks.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty cool. It was kind of like a walk down memory lane. I liked it. I dug it. Yeah, but very strange, very quiet, very, very older people that live there.
Would you say it's quaint?
It's quaint. It's a quaint little town. Quaint, tiny, kind of big town. And the thing that struck me the most is, honestly, no children. I saw no children. I went into like
what days did you go?
I went Friday night. I spent Saturday, and then I came back. So no children at all. Not even in Hastings. There was all adults. It kind of reminded me of. Do you remember that scene in Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, where they go to they go back to their town, and there's no more children. It's all adults. Like they go to like an amusement park, and all the adults are riding the game or the little rides and stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like that.
It was creepy.
It was.
It's just like off.
It was a little off-putting that I did not see any children there, but. Hey, that's kind of cool too. I didn't mind that.
Yeah, kids are the worst.
They are the fucking worst. People were very friendly and very talkative there, like old people typically are. Like
they strike up a conversation.
Exactly. You're standing there in line, for your popcorn, and you've got an old person talking to you. I went into the men's room. And I walk in, and
that's a nice prick.
There's a good-looking cock. That was me talking to him.
Yeah. I respect another man's cock.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm secure in my masculinity. So I walked in there, and there was a man that was shaking his tush in front. I'm not making this up. I walked in, and he's shaking his booty in front of the hand dryer.
Okay. And
I guess we lock eyes or whatever as soon as I walk in, and he just smiles and he says something to the effect of, "Sat on work forklift, now I'm soaked." And I'm like, excuse, and he said it just like that.
Yeah.
And I said, you sat on a what, sir? I'm sorry. And he goes, I sat on a wet forklift. So now I'm soaked. And he was just drying his ass.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on
Oh
here?
my God, that sounds like the perfect town for me.
Right. It's very odd.
I would love to be there.
I think we should go up there one day and go check it out. But I don't know. So that was my Victoria excursion that I went on, and that was pretty nice. I liked it, and too bad that I never went to visit Grief while he lived there. So now I really have no more reason to go up to Victoria.
So this is the place. You'll never see it again.
Right. So anyway,
That sucks.
that was kind of cool.
You got to see it.
I did. You, how's your week?
Let's see. I'm doing school. Rick Diaz retired.
Who's Rick Diaz?
Rick Diaz is a Channel 5 personality who's been the anchor, who's been a staple of news in the Valley for almost 50 years.
Okay. He's the older gentleman.
Yeah.
Is he the one that did like that little segment?
Con mi gente?
Con mi gente, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
With my people.
With my people.
For those of you who don't,
Who
speak
are
Spanish.
Spanish intolerant. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, he's been hosting that for a long time, right?
He's still going to be doing that little segment, but he's not anchoring anymore.
Okay.
And
Was he a good guy, like behind the
yeah,
scenes?
well, he was pleasant enough. I mean, he wasn't a dick to anyone.
Would
and
he talk to you in the men's room?
Yeah.
As he dried his ass?
It was hey, nice prick. Don't. That's not nice. He's a good guy. Don't, Mr. D, if you're hearing this, which I know you're a strong listener of the TSUP podcast. Nope, that's redundant.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was the coworker that was a classic coworker. Like he'd talk about the weather.
Oh, like water cooler talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just your textbook coworker. Like Monday, right? And he's like, "How's the weekend? Good. All right." But he was just a pleasant person, and he had this energy of like just he was a positive person, and it was good to chit chat with him every now and again. Like I would have a conversation with him just in passing, washing our hands or whatever. Because I promise you, we only ever spoke in the bathroom.
Okay, so you would fit right in Victoria then.
Yeah, probably.
Approaching strangers, telling them just random stories. Okay.
But the way he greeted me, because this is the way he greets everyone whose name he doesn't know, and I'm in that category. He's like, "Hey, guy, what's going on?" Call me guy. He calls everybody guy. Guy, what's going on?
I like that.
And
what's your word that you use, just real quick? Like, we all kind of use those like buy myself time so I can remember your name type of things.
I'm actually really good at not using people's names because I'm so bad at names that I just.
You're not one of those like, hey chief, that type of thing. No.
I may say hey bud.
I use bud. I use brother. I use killer sometimes.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know who I got that from? That is a Jerry Lee Lewis thing. He calls everybody killer.
Wow.
What's going on, killer? That type of thing.
It's cool. I wanted to use kid for a hot second, but I'm like, that's not going to stick.
That's kind of my thing. I say kid.
No.
Hey,
oh,
kid.
now you say kid? You just say all the things.
I have 34 episodes where I've started saying, hey, kids.
Well, yeah. But that's kids.
No,
like,
that's mine.
I'm like a Humphrey Bogart kind of thing. Like, here's looking at you, kid. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted like, hey, kid, can you go?
But isn't that condescending if like you're younger than the person?
Yeah, I'm so much younger than a lot of people that I work with.
That could be confusing.
I'm gonna have to wait a couple years because I'm getting old already. Like, there's young kids in there, and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, I'm 22, and I'm like, I'm not 22 anymore. I haven't been 22 for nigh on
we're
6 years.
Yeah, I'm feeling every bit of this soon to be 33.
Happy early birthday.
No,
Tomorrow's
no.
Sorry. Okay.
No birthdays. No.
Okay, done.
I'm regretting even bringing it up right now, but yeah. So, you said you had a story for me.
Yes, I do.
You texted me or called me.
Yeah. No, I didn't call you.
No, you sent me a Facebook message.
Yes.
A couple nights ago, and you're like, remind me to tell this story, and I can't tell you anything about it now because I want it to be fresh.
Yes. I want an honest reaction from you, Pete. Okay.
Here we go.
So, Big Mac Wednesday, I go to McDonald's. It's my thing.
Obviously, you wouldn't go to Wendy's for Big Mac Wednesday.
No.
Okay.
It's my weekly indulgence.
Okay.
So I go through the drive-thru, and then I'm like, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, what do you want? And I have to lower my voice when I order it because I've been told on several occasions, okay, ma'am, anything else? And I'm like, because I have I bring up the pitch a bit when I'm talking to strangers.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, can I have and I guess they're through the headset, whatever, but I'm like, yeah, can I get a Big Mac with just a Big Mac meal?
Right.
Okay, what do you drink? Lemonade. Okay. So then I pay the $4, and then I go to the drive-thru, and the second window, they hand me my drink, and they hand me the bag. It's a bag that's bigger than I'm used to, and I'm used to seeing the McDonald's bags because I get them every week.
Right.
And then it whiffs past my nose, and I'm like, there's chicken nuggets in here.
All right.
And then I drive off, and I immediately park, and then I open it up, and there's the Big Mac, there's the fries. Underneath it is a 20-piece chicken nuggets.
No way.
And I'm like, I'm like, you should just leave. Just leave. And I'm like, just go inside. Just for a second, just make sure everything's on the up and up. So I poke my head in. I walk inside, and I'm like, hey, you guys accidentally gave me chicken nuggets. And the woman was like,
You went inside?
yes, I can't do it. I just...
Haven't we talked about this already?
Yes, we've talked about it. So I don't have to repeat myself. I have to make sure it's good.
Balance out the universe and all that
Exactly.
bullshit. Okay, go ahead.
So I go in, and they say, is there anything wrong with your meal? I was like, no, my meal's fine. You guys also accidentally gave me some 20-piece nuggets. And the woman just kind of looked at me and said, okay, then that's fine. Just take them.
Like no one's ever come in to give back our food.
Yeah. And
Okay.
she's like, just take them. And I was like, okay. And I was gonna take them because I knew they can't take them back.
Why not?
Well, because they don't know if I licked all the chicken nuggets.
Oh, like you're just some sort of a sick fuck. who
Yeah.
just-
Like, oh, you accident. Let me just lick all these chicken nuggets and then give them back.
Yeah.
Okay, now give this to a stranger.
Right, and that's how
They
you get
can't.
off.
I've
right.
got a weird fetish.
Right.
Look at her eat those chicken nuggets.
I licked them. I licked all 20 of them.
So yeah, drove back to the office. What are you doing?
I'm just thinking about you, like hiding by the Coke machine. Yeah, eat them. Oh, eat them, yeah. Oh, I licked them so good.
It sounds gross.
Well, that's you.
And I'm wearing Beats. It sounds gross in my head.
I'm right. I'm in your ear.
Stop it. So
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. My mind wandered for a second there.
So that was a.
So you gave them back, or you tried to give them back, and
I
they
didn't
just-
try to give him back. I just said, hey, I just wanted a reassurance. This is cool, right?
Okay.
And then they were like, yeah, it's cool. And I was
Gotcha.
like, yeah.
Did you share them with anybody?
Of course. I mean, I'm not going to eat a Big Mac meal and 20-piece nuggets. I'm not some sort of a monster.
Yeah, that's real monstrous.
I'm sorry.
I can't do 20 and a burger. No, I can't.
And
do that.
fries.
And fries.
And a medium lemonade.
I'm okay. Let me rephrase. I'm sure I can handle
That's
that.
true. I could probably
But
do it too.
I would feel terrible.
Yeah.
I would just literally
Accomplished. I'd feel accomplished.
Yeah, and like a bloated like pig, just kind of like sitting in my own filth.
So I got there and I ate my food and I went over to Rod and I said, hey, they gave me 20 nuggets for free, so if you want... He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, and then I gave him the story.
Because
and
that's hard to fuck up. I mean, I could see like extra fries, or maybe even like a double burger, or like you got that triple meat one time.
Yeah, it was great.
But that's hard to fuck up putting that entire box
There's
in
a
first.
whole extra...
There's a whole extra layer.
Yeah.
You know, it's the box, it's the burger and fries. And I don't know, I mean...
And they hand it to me. They're someone that handles a Big Mac in a bag every day should know this is
Heavier,
a heavier
yeah.
or a larger bag.
Well, good on you.
Yeah. So I had a couple. I'm not going to lie.
I had a couple 18 or so.
I mean, but I did not eat all 20.
Right.
I licked all 20.
You know that's
Enjoy your chicken nuggets, Rod.
Look at them fucking eat those chicken nuggets. Like I can hear you.
You like wet chicken nuggets.
You know, that's your wife's one of your wife's rules is if she, like, let's just say she has a 20-piece McNugget and she happens to give me one, she will feel better knowing that she did not eat the whole thing. Technically she did not eat the whole thing.
True.
But in all reality, she kind of did.
Yeah.
You know?
Since
But
we're
that's-
talking shit about Alyssa,
yeah, it was one of our favorite things to do.
she really does not like the circle chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Like, it's something about her.
She
like,
only likes little boots.
she likes the boots and the diamonds, but she physically can, the same way I could eat a
But
rattlesnake.
There's no difference, is there? I mean,
There's no difference.
It's
but
just the shape.
correct. She
Wow.
says that she thinks that in the back of her mind, she recognizes even more that it's not real chicken
How is that possible?
because it's not a normal.
What's a normal chicken nugget? I mean,
don't
it's not
know.
a fucking little booty shape.
It looks, I guess, more man-made when it's in a circle.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even going to dignify that with another thought.
Love you, babe. You weirdo.
Yeah, she's kind of weird. But
I
I
licked every chicken nugget.
I licked every goddamn chicken nugget. Put them in your mouth. Oh shit. So yeah. So chicken nuggets in Victoria, Texas. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria, Texas. I'm gonna go back. I might retire there. There's some really nice houses and stuff like that.
Have you thought about retirement ever?
No, I haven't. Someone asked me the other day, like, who was it? I don't even remember who asked me. Like, have you given any thought to like what you want to do with the rest of your life? And like, you kind of take that
Did
for
he
granted.
hold a gun to your head? That's a very
No. It's just kind of one of those like.
taking a piss.
Yeah, you're taking a piss. This guy
Hey,
next to you
what are
is
you gonna do for the rest of your life?
he's just drying his ass off on the hand dryer. And
This is the life, buddy.
this is the rest of your life. No, it's just kind of like, what are you gonna do? You know, with the rest of your life as far as a career goes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, I kind of have a career now.
Well,
but-
what are you gonna do, brother? When
Hey, brother. I don't know. I have no idea. I like what I'm doing right now.
yeah,
I got it down. I'm kind of good at it. So I don't know. Who knows?
yeah. I can't lie that I've never considered a nudist colony when I'm old, because I think that'd be pretty cool.
Like running one, or
Not running one, just being a part of one.
that's not like a career path.
I'm talking about retirement.
like
I know
straight
you're
up retirement.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm talking about done, clocked out, laters. I'm done forever. I'm gonna go just live until I die at a nudist colony.
Okay, that's a good plan.
Just let the boys air out.
Mm-hmm.
They've been constricted by the man
Right.
for nigh on 70 years. By the time I retire, I am not well planned.
No, you're not. So another thing happened this past week that
Okay.
that was pretty big, and it meant a lot to me. I didn't say anything on Facebook. Surprisingly, I all day. The next day, I was thinking about, like, I should write something. Even the day of, on that Wednesday, I was saying, you know, I should write something because of just how important this man was to me, or is to me. And then I thought, like, okay, what the fuck am I going to add to it that hundreds of other celebrities haven't already said? I'm referring, of course, to Mr. David Letterman retiring from
I was like, Ben E. King dying?
BB King.
BB King. Who's Benny King?
I don't know who that is.
Burger King?
There's a Benny Keith. Doesn't that, like, don't they make rice or
Maybe.
something? I don't know.
Uncle Ben?
Stop fucking.
Sidetracking. Okay. David Letterman.
Please show this man some goddamn respect.
He's no fucking Mr. D. Okay? Rick Diaz. Going me. Hey, guy. What's going on? That's it? All right.
Dave Letterman. He was my generation's Carson, Johnny Carson. Who incidentally was his idol. David Letterman, I have been watching him since I could remember being a child, being Quentin's age, and watching it with my parents or my dad. I had a I was very fond of David Letterman, and of course he hasn't died, but it's a big loss.
It's a passing of sorts.
It's a big loss to the entertainment community, and I was very sad leading up to it, and as most of his fans were, and several celebrities shared their thoughts and their sentiments, and to see like people like Norm Macdonald break down in tears, and Jimmy Kimmel was another one who couldn't compose himself when he was talking about him.
Jimmy Kimmel was a huge fan.
Right.
There was an episode of, I know you're in the middle of something, but there was a episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, because we air it on ABC, that he went to New York, and one person he absolutely had to interview was David Letterman, because that was his idol. When he was in, I want to say when he was 18 years old, he had a late night show birthday cake. And he just admired this man. He thought the world of this man.
Oh yeah, I saw that little clip that they played. So that was cool. I was very, very happy that it's one of those bucket list things, one of those top moments in my life. I was actually able to be a part of his audience, and I went to a taping of the David Letterman show when I went to New York. Nice. With Quentin's mom. We were looking for things to do. We were going to think about like a Broadway show or one of those New Yorky type of things. Yeah. And then I came across this website that said tickets to David Letterman show, and so I clicked it, and I called the number that was there, and then they called me back, and all you had to do was answer a question like to prove that you really were a fan. And the question they asked was so simple, like I think anybody would have answered it. Let me ask you now that you're making that face.
I'm making I don't know face.
There is a frequent visitor to the show named Rupert G. What is the name of his restaurant?
Rupert G's Pizzeria.
Fuck you, Mark. It's the Hello Deli. It's right next door to the Late Show. To the
Hello Deli.
Right. So I answered that, and she was like, "Congratulations, you've got tickets, and they'll be waiting for you on this day." And
I could not get on that show.
I guess not. So it was.
Hold on, can I put my brother? I mean,
it was really cool.
Phone?
It was really cool. The whole experience, walking through the Ed Sullivan Theater, getting a brief tour, and sitting there, and Dave coming out before, and addressing the audience and doing a little bit of stand up. It was one of the highlights of my life, and I was happy to be a part of it. So
that's great.
We do what we do to entertain.
Yeah.
And I think that he was one of the kings of entertainment. So long live the king, basically.
Yeah.
So, to David Letterman.
And Mr. D.
And Mr. Rick Diaz. Two pioneers.
Two pioneers is a good word.
Entertainment juggernauts.
Damn it, stop thinking of the words. Two pecans.
So that happened, but hopefully it won't be the last time we see him. So
no, I'm sure he'll do other things.
Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, you got anything else to
add? School sucks. I'm out.
School sucks. I'm out. Hit the music. So on that note, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you for joining us again on your happy Taco Tuesday morning. As always, this has been the Still Unnamed Podcast, and I am Pete Salas, along with
Mark Too Quick Rodriguez.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds, and everyone out there, have yourself a very, very happy Taco Tuesday. That's Mark Too Fast Rodriguez.
Too quick.
Too quick. Too fast for love. Bye-bye.